So yet another delivery from Hatton's, and there's been a lot in the YouTube from us modelers about Hornby not being very good value for money and not packing things very well. Well, here's the packaging from Hatton's, very good. And yes, it's not good at all this plastic is being used. Hornby used to use sort of shredded paper, which used to work quite well, although it's messy. And what we got in here, not much. As you'll see a better picture in a minute, but yeah, well packed, well packed. And I got it, ordered it one day, got it the next. So you can see I've got a couple of points decoders, some point motors, and just filled it up with some more lights. And these, even from Hatton's, are getting quite expensive. I used to buy the decoders, the points decoders, about 40 quid. It was 50 odd with the Hatton's. So we've seen the packaging. Now what about the cost? So you can see this is all I ordered, and that's what I paid on Hatton's, including £4 postage, and they came the next day after ordering them. But Hornby, for the same stuff and no postage, wanted £224.98 for the same things. 25 quid more, in other words. Very bad. Well, everybody, it was interesting to see what we got downstairs in Hornby and Hatton's. Quite a bit of difference. So I'm up here. I've got my buzz wiring and my bus wiring, or both of them, which I'll show you briefly because there's not much to see. It's a bit of wire. The good news is I've got the jinty working properly now. Took it apart, and I'm going to let it just go past because I think it might drown me out. And the two front pickups were not anywhere near the wheels, so I managed to prise them out and get them hitting. I gave it all a little bit of a clean, and it's running lovely. This is on auto mode here, so it's going around at whatever speed it was set up, and it's been going lovely. So quite pleased. Now I think I've caught some of the wires under the layout when I was, wait a minute. So I think I've caught some of the wires under the layout when I was drilling the holes in that, because I've got a couple of points that don't seem to be wanting to work. Found one, which the wire had come apart. It's all a bit of a mishmash under there within the wiring. So yeah, not the greatest wiring I've done here. But I'll just show you under the layout, and that'll do us. So I just stuck a bit of wood in the vise and just put these reels on ready, and they come off quite well really, worked okay. Bit of beach I had lying around, so make use of it, I always say, and you can adjust the vise if you want to. So this is the back of where the DR5000 is, and obviously that's where the cables or the bus wire has got to go in. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's the red with the black next to it, just sort of curled up there. So I've left plenty on, and then it runs off all the way down there and all round the end, and then it all comes up this side again. There you can see it coming through all the way along, and then it carries on, goes through the big member at the end there, runs along there through those little blocks. You can see the little ends of the blocks there, and then it comes back out here and comes along here, and you can probably just make it out. And then it goes through there, and I've just got them hanging down here at the moment, and I've left some on there as well. And the idea is that I can pull these through a bit and make them sort of droopy down so that it's easier to connect to them, rather than being right up against the underside of the layout. So there we are. So I'm quite pleased with that. Except obviously I've got a few points there that aren't working, so I've obviously pulled something out, but we'll see. So I'm just doing this at 10 miles an hour, just to show that it's running reasonably well. So it was kept cutting out on these points before, because obviously those two front wheels were not picking up, but it's doing alright. Now I do notice it stutters over this point coming up, so it might well stop, we'll see. And it's probably more likely to do with the fish plates than with the actual engine. Let's see. No, it did it. Oh, a little bit of a stutter there, isn't there? It's after the point, that's a bit weird. Anyway, so quite pleased.
So I was pleased that I got the points sorted out, and it was a few broken wires and a few bits. And the Hornby point motors are a little bit temperamental sometimes, as we all know. And I was so pleased that I thought I'd get a few other trains running, or not really trains, just a couple of logos. I've got the 121 bubble car. This is the Batman one, not the Daypole, and the Ginty running really well. Great. So all three of these was running on automatic, and you can see with the crosses by them, and if we pan up a bit, the one by the 121 got a cross, and they're running automatically. And I thought I'd show this, it just shows you how bad my track is really. It sort of reminds me of some of those really bad tracks you see on American YouTube videos, you know, where they're really twisting and wobbling everywhere. And the Ginty's doing the same, isn't it? So maybe when I redo this I can get them a bit better, but you know, adds a bit of character I suppose. So quite a short video this time, and we are coming to the end of it, but I've got the wires in to start connecting, and that's the next bit I've got to do, connect these decoder things in.
So just the last look at the Ginty going nice and slowly down here. And you've probably been hearing it while I've been under the layout. So, not stopped, nothing. So I'm really pleased with that. Just gone through a red light, naughty Ginty. Never mind. So, onward and upward, hopefully. So next job is to obviously sort out those points. And then it's a case of, I think, connecting the points and accessories decoders to that buzz wire and seeing if they work. Because obviously that's got to work as well, hasn't it? And removing all the clips that you use at the moment, which, if I pan down gently, there's one of them there. So they come out, and there's going to the accessory decoder. And then ultimately, these connection cables come out from this rail and they connect onto it, or rather the droppers from the rails connect onto it, and the ones on the side nearest the centre, and it's just stopped over there. There we are, filming, isn't it? They will be going to the feedback units, so that we know where it is. Okay everybody, cheers.